What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Pickle Jar Podcast. Today we're with one, the only, the TheRentalMan Buch. Buch, how you been?
Hello, everybody. I'm good. Been a bit busy, been a bit peachy. I don't know. Been a while since I've talked with anybody in the actual Boomstick Club or whatever club you're a part of. Literally, it's just been a while.
It has been quite a while since we've talked, and that goes for a lot of us all together. We haven't really gotten together much lately, but life has been busy for you. Life's been good.
Yeah, it's a good busy. It's not like anything bad.
That's good. That's good. My life's been busy between YouTube and work, and I'm getting furloughed from work now for 2 weeks, and so I won't be working for a couple weeks here, but that's all right. We'll make do with it.
Oof.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. You take it as it comes. But I think today we wanted to talk a little bit about what goes into making a good YouTube video and what we think a good YouTube video is for our channels respectively. So this was your topic idea. Why don't you go ahead and lead off on it?
Well, it really comes down to the point of like how much effort do you ever want to put into a video? When I sit down and I talk with either, like, I don't want to be pointing fingers, but we're just going to take, for example, anybody in our group. First, like Austin, Grant, me, you, Clutch. Whenever we make our videos, we both have our very certain styles. We all have a particular way we want to make a video. And the squeaky chair right there to sit up. The thing that I like to do is I'm a very pristine person when it comes to quality over quantity. I might not have a lot of videos. I might not have the greatest videos, but there's one thing that I want to put into every one of my videos, and that is pretty much just quality. I want to have something that people are going to come back to. Now, that's obviously the point of having videos, is that you'll have people come back to them. Biggest example is me building the public park. Now, people have built the public parks before. I mean, I've seen you do construction stuff. I mean, heck, Grant and Austin, they built an entire trailer park. But the things that I feel make mine more special is just the way I put into them. Like, what did I do? I did stuff where I made movable park benches. I did stuff where it's more interactive. It's more hands-on. It makes it feel like it's real. Now, I don't know what your style of recording is, because, I mean, when we started this, like you said, about a year ago, because we're coming up on a year, aren't we?
Yeah, we're a couple months shy of a year. What are we? We're
June.
We're August 12th would be our first video, I think, a year ago.
Yes, somewhere around there. Now, obviously, the ideology of this started back in like February of last year, so it's been over a year now when it comes to the overall idea, but we never really got our start until August, which is honestly surprising that it's already been a year since this journey's been going on. But I mean, we went from having scripted videos where we were just kind of trying to get something out to having you dance with a 6-foot inflatable pickle. Where did things go wrong?
Well, now you have to admit there's entertainment value in that.
Yes, that is very true, which is where I think I find in your videos. Now, I watch everybody in our channel every once in a while. I'm not like every video now. Like when Grant used to post, I used to just click on the video, just watch it, see what it was happening. But it's like, I probably haven't watched the video on Grant's channel in probably close to a month and a half. Like, just genuinely, like, I haven't sat down and be like, oh God, Grant's posted. No, it's even with you. It's, like, I watched the entire the road construction one. That one's got like 100K views within a week. Tell me the story on that one.
Sure. So the road construction video, I posted in April a video of pouring a gravel road for the state. And that video, randomly, it took, a month or two, and it started to pop off. And it started to get like 60,000, 70,000, 80,000. Like, it was just growing.
You don't have to rub it in my face there, bud. Rub it in those views.
Well, so I saw that, and yes. I took in. I was listening to another YouTuber, and he said, when you notice videos like that randomly starting to pop off, make videos similar to it, because they'll get in that suggested feed, and then they themselves will do good. So I thought, okay, what can I do? What can I do to step this up to the next level? What can I do to top myself? And I thought, interstate. I can do an interstate, not just some county back road, but the interstate. So I put that together. I got all the road, cones set up. I figured out, you can buy the land on the interstate on that map. And I covered up the road using the landscape tool, got it all set. And 3 videos later, that little mini series in the construction series is done now. But that's where that came from. That's the story about how that video came to be. I saw the view potential in it, and I made it, to be honest.
That's kind of the same way when it comes to the homeowners and landscaping on my end. Now, I don't know where on earth or why on earth this said video took off the way it did, but the video where I had the Hustler and the Mustang in the thumbnail, that one now has surpassed my farm tour, which that one I believe right now is at like 17, almost about ready to break like 21K maybe. I don't remember. It's somewhere around that market, but that used to be my most popular video. And now that video has, I think, just broken 30K. And it's like 4 months newer than that one. So it's really funky to kind of look at that, but then you'll see that market and then you want to grind it and do more things with it. But issue with my end is that as much as I would love to go and grind out those series, is that I run into the problem of, again, where I say quality over quantity. Easier said than done to make a video that's I don't like those words. Let's go mow someone's lawn for 20 minutes. That's not a landscaping video to me. People are saying just do that. We'll watch it. We enjoy that. I'm like, but I don't enjoy it. If I'm not going to enjoy putting it up, why on earth would I expect you guys to enjoy this? I want to find something different, like whatever. Obviously, that's again. So it's the ideology. You obviously got to stick out like a sore thumb to get any attention. So you want to find something different, but sometimes that's easier said than done because I hate to say it. That's why I'm starting to go private with my mods now, because when you're the only one that has it, it's easier to stick out because like the 2020, man, when we first had that thing in game, holy cow, we were pulling views in left and right because people wanted to see the truck. But now that everyone has it, it's kind of like it's not special anymore. Kind of like what happened to our group. All this stuff now is just kind of falling apart.
I'd say it's natural. It's run its course in a way. We recognized a market that wasn't tapped into fully, and that the community we thought would value from. We did it very well, but it's no longer as special as it was because it's now there are a lot of different role play videos you can find.
The only thing that there is one market that I would say, sorry about interrupting, but the one thing I would say that we technically could still have a shot at bringing back is I think our downfall when it came to that sort of series where we really started to fall apart, as good as like say the 80s or the 90s series is, that's kind of where we lost the biggest mojo. Obviously switching from County Line, let's be honest, County Line save was absolutely it was bad.
The save game of County Line was messed up.
Yeah. I'm not even joking you, to set up my farm series, because that's the Nebraska save. It's the exact same farm, the exact same layout.
Right.
Your farms, all of our stuff's still there. Well, now it's not. I took about 2.5 hours while on a Discord call to go into just the placeable stuff and delete the trees that were placed. Because I deleted all the vehicles, all the trees. I didn't delete any of the placeables because I didn't want to delete half the stuff on my farm that would deform terrain. It was a pain in the butt to set that up, and that was not nearly as many things saved like in County Line, like where you had 4,000 traffic cones at the DOT. So it was kind of a pain in the. It was just you got to learn how to set that stuff up. But once we left County Line and then went to Nebraska, and all of a sudden we're changing to this 80s series, we all just kind of went our own ways, which obviously, like you said, it's natural. We're all trying to find our groove now since we've all kind of picked up steam on our own. We're kind of separating off the rails to find our own path. And it kind of sucks because, especially I always think of this one, you and me, we kind of went into this one together. So it kind of really disappoints me and saddens me that we don't do a whole lot more together because, I mean, as much as I would love to go back to the Twitch days where you, me, and the Daylight 83 decided to have some real fun and me trying to send you mods to play some stuff on FS17, it's like we don't.
Right.
Saddening.
Well, and the other thing so County Line, of course, is going to be, in my opinion, the best.
That's the best.
The best of the roleplay series that we've done. Because it was the first.
Yes.
And after that, you get the sequel effect. You know how a good movie comes out and then the second one comes out because they want to. It's a cash grab, and they're like, "Oh, it's popular. We got to do another. We got to do another one in this movie." Well, the sequel usually doesn't do as good because it's just not as good, right?
There's only a handful that have ever done it. Pirates of the Caribbean, Kung Fu Panda. They're the only ones that have ever actually struck it gold when it comes to doing that. It's natural. We just didn't really have the shot. But I don't know if your take on this. The only thing that I think that we could do to, in other words, bring back the mojo of that said series and kind of almost reunite the group in a way, because we'll never get back to that same bond that we all had on County Line where everybody's getting on at the same time. Everyone's getting on and recording. It's almost like who's not getting on to ruin the recording.
Right.
And the only thing I can think of is, as much as I loved running and honestly, in all honesty, during those times, I didn't even have a farm. Now, County Line was easier because I didn't have a channel at that time. But when it came to Nebraska Land and I had a channel, every video I posted on Nebraska Land is, you guys are over there, we're spraying crops, we're getting people out of the fields, we're going to find this restoration thing. Every single video of mine was, how many times can we have Grant come up to my dealer and buy a brand new tractor today?
Which is with Grant a lot.
Pretty much. But I never got a chance to show my farm. So now that I have a farm series on the exact same farm, it brings it back. Plus now I got that new service rig, so that tops it off. But it's like, I think if we bring back our companies at this caliber of that we shot out of the barrel when it came to County Line, like we bring back the websites, we use them to our advantage, we update them again. If we gave it one big heck of a run, we brought back all the new stuff that we used to do, because the 90s, that's what I think killed us, is that when we went back to those old series, it's like we can't even say, oh, I got to go call this guy up, because we didn't have cell phones in the 90s. It's like,
well, and also here's a thought that I've had, and it's why I started a new series of doing cattle specifically.
Yes.
My thought is, we did the 80s.
Yes.
We are doing the 90s. We are 2-3 months into these two series. Maybe even, we're like 2 or 3 months into those two different series.
Somewhere around there.
That's a whole lot of old equipment, and while it was cool in the beginning, now it's oversaturated.
Yes.
And now we need to get back to the modern.
Now you got all the people that are starting to, I've already seen 4 or 5 just scrolling through it, like FS 1980s. It's like now people are trying to milk that market too. Like, you guys got to realize that's the other thing about how you want to create successful. You got to find the market that's not there. You got to find what's not being done, which is obviously harder to do when you got people. I hate to say it, it's easier to do something like Daggerwin where you're using a European style equipment, because not going to lie, as much as farming sim means to, like, a lot of the times if you go look up somebody in Europe that's playing, they're going to be playing European style equipment, speaking in European languages or accents. They're going to be doing their own thing. So people that are in America that are performing European style roleplay, they got themselves, or European just style gameplay. I mean, heck, they got a market on their own, because no one wants to go and use some Doots Far in an American style series. It just doesn't fit. So I don't even know.
Well, it's a whole matter of identifying what the market doesn't know what they want and then providing it to them, and that's something that we got to think on, because we don't know.
So this is a good thing to come back to it. So around the original question, what makes a successful channel? Let's talk about this. So I was at work the other day, and he's not necessarily, I don't know who's my boss at work, because there's like 5 people that are like higher end, that like one of the guys the head of the shop, one guy's the head of sales, and one guy's the assistant manager. So it's like, who's my boss here? But either way, I was talking to like one of the sales guys, and surprisingly enough, he's actually from my area. Like, his kid goes to my school. It's kind of funny. But I was telling him about all this stuff, like, hey, I somewhat do this YouTube stuff. I was showing him some stuff I was doing because I work for Vermeer, so I'm trying to make a vacuum that's a Vermeer. And he goes, so I need to ask you some stuff about YouTube and all that stuff. I was telling him, like, yeah, go look me up. He's like, well, how many people do you have? Well, almost 15,000. He's like, holy cow, you actually are decent at this. So then he was asking me all the questions, and the big one that he asked was, Now, me being like blah, 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 aged man, what's going to attract me to watch this?
Right.
Why do I want to watch this video? Because a lot of those markets, they just go, it's not a how-to. It's somebody sitting down behind a computer playing a game. Like, what makes me want to watch that? And that's where you kind of got to try and find your market, which is where we kind of tend to, in other words, break the ice. But I don't necessarily know. That's what makes it harder, is that you have a specific audience. Like, as realistic as you want to be, Clutch and Stevio, the way they make their videos, their drive to be kind of a mixture between those two of, it's meant to be fun, but we're also not over here spending $400,000 to make a dealership for lifted trucks.
Right.
It's a farming game, not a dealership game. But that's what people need to get to, is the diverse. Now, what's your take on all sort of this stuff? Because I kind of feel like I'm just ranting.
So I think you're right. You have to identify your market. You have to identify the age group of the people that watch you. And you have to identify what kind of content you want to make. Grant, he's very good at and he's very smart in the market that he's hit in farming sim. It's more crazy, the more upbeat, the more I don't know the best way to describe it, but that's Grant, right? The lifted trucks and the camping and blah blah blah. That's his market, and he does it very well. But he also has a very strong hold on that market, right? So It's not something that, while there's a good demand for it, there's already someone who's very large making that. So then you have to identify, I mean, it's so hard, and it's such a hard question because it's one that we constantly ask ourselves, and we don't have the answer. If I'm going to be honest, we don't. But you have to, what do the people want that they don't know that they want, right? Originally, multiplayer farm or multiplayer roleplay, that was the initial base, topic or whatever. But now
you can't even look up a video anymore these days without the tag of roleplay.
Right. And now it's, what is it now? Because now that's the standard. What next? What's new? What do people not know that they want? It's hard to think of.
And I'm not sure what your take is still on this, but the what is it? The item on the table still with Square is, we were still thinking about doing that Farm Expo show. So if he wanted to bring his landscaping series to do that, if we wanted to do something with the farm series where you guys come down and we all pack into County Line or that whatever, Mills County or something, and we have this giant event center where we can all just kind of collab. It'd be kind of a homecoming almost, because if we could all find a time where we could all sort of kind of get together and do something, it'd be fun because we could all explore. It'd be something where it's not, you have to be separate from everyone else, and then you all kind of meet up, you do some fun stuff. Right. It's not like the camping Memorial Day where I have to go and buy a boat to go 55 miles an hour to make the scene funny, and all of a sudden I'm driving the camper on the water.
Right.
What?
Yeah, so it's whether or not, does that meet your channel type? Does that meet your demographic? It's a hard thing answer, and finding the balance between your content and staying within the relative circle of the group that you've made. It's a fine line that you have to try and balance.
And the one thing that I'm not too sure if you've picked up on this, I know I have. I'd never liked to point fingers, but if there's one thing I've noticed, is it just me, or is Austin becoming very, very much like Grant? When those two, every single time those two are together, and it's not a bad thing because it's working for Austin. It's pumping in the stuff for him, and more power to him. It's just that I don't find the style of Grant's videos intriguing. Just to go watch his videos, they're really fun because, again, they're crazy, they're action packed, they're fun. But from our standpoint, when we got to try and record something out of it, I like to take my videos fairly seriously. I like to do some fun stuff with them. I mean, heck, sometimes I'll re-record something 6 times because I don't like the way I did it. I biffed it up, or I messed this one little shot up, and I'm redo. And then they're constantly okay, we got to do this, we got to do that. We're all taking it one take. It's no, I can't do that.
I get it.
It all doesn't matter.
I get it. You've always been more serious and more what's the best way to explain it? You've always been that's more serious.
Okay.
Is that the best way? It's
in a matter of, sort of. I kind of picture if we had like dynamic duos when it comes to our crew, because when we actually have everybody in the server, someone's driving a very fast car behind me. But when it comes to the dynamic duos, because in reality, when everybody's in the server, we technically only have 6, correct?
Yeah.
So it would be Stevie-O, Clutch, Grant, Austin, you, me. Who is riding their chopper at like 55 miles an hour down the highway?
I don't know. I don't hear it.
All I hear is just, well, I do. I don't know if my mic's picking it up, but either way, like those groups, you could very well see it was very apparent when we started doing our series. We were very, very realistic. We tried it in a matter of literally, if you were walking up to the counter in real life with a body cam on, that's what we tried to do. The thing was that we tried too hard. When Grant came in, we loosened up. We got better. But then it just kind of fell apart because then we got too comfortable with it, and then it became a slack-off show, in other words. Just to make it long story short. And then we kind of lost that because then we lost our realism. And we knew that. We talked about it in that one podcast for however long about, like, where did the group kind of fall apart. But and
I think fall apart is a harsh. I think fall apart is a harsh way to put it. It's more of we suspended realism for entertainment, and you can only do that so long. Just like you can only do realism so long until you need to do something new. It's just a matter of the market's always evolving. You always are evolving. Like, if I'm going to be frank with you, I have been playing Farming Sim every single day for almost a year straight now. I love the game, but sometimes it just gets hard to get motivated to record something because you've done it so many times, and there's only so many different ways you can do it. You know what I mean?
Yes. Sorry, I gotta try and respond here to a text. I get exactly what you're saying. It said it's wait, hang on. Say what you said again, so I'm not messing it up.
Yeah. So there's only we've been doing this for a year now, and between both realism and entertainment, like you can do them both, but you can only do them for so long, and the market evolves, you evolve as a person, and I'm gonna be honest, like there's only so many times I can plant a field. You know what I mean? Like, how many times can I creatively plant a field? You know what I mean?
Yes.
While I love the game.
That's where it's really nice. Say what you're saying, why you really love the game.
Well, while I love the game, it's just sometimes you have to take a step back and try and figure out, what do I want?
Another kind of thing that I fall into that is, like you said, you can only record something so many times, which is why it's good to have a multiple amount of series. So like you said, you can only plant a field for however long before it gets boring. Well, then you can turn around and work on an interstate. You can go buy a Casey's Pizza. It's like you have options. It's just a matter of what do you want to do. But the other part is then you have to come up for the idea of what you want to do. Because that's the other issue is that if you're not having fun, then why are you doing it? That's what I always did about sports. As much as I love to go out there and crash someone's head into the back of their skull in football, I didn't really find it fun. Like, it's fun, but it's like, no, not. So, the other, what was that? I had a reference for something.
Well, and I'll say, lately, what I've been in the mood to do is, and I've been doing this ever so slightly, I'm putting more comedy into my videos, even if they're a little bit serious.
Liking it.
You know what I mean? And I
got it.
And I don't know. Okay, you go ahead, because I don't know the best way to word this at the moment. I'm going to think on it. Go ahead.
Okay, so when it comes to the recording style, when you record, you say you add a little bit of comedy into something. But in all reality, like when you go to record a video, what do you have in mind for the style that you're going to record? Is it going to be because this is the one big thing. I was telling this to Austin. The biggest pet peeve I have when it comes to two things, I hate filler videos and I hate staged content. Obviously, that's the idea behind our videos, is to try and make something that's whatever. I always say obviously, I don't know why. But the thing that I always like to do with my videos, and I think I take it to almost too far in an extent because, again, you can only do so much with Farm Sim. there have been times that I'm not even joking. I will just study when I'm watching some other people's videos. I will like watch Welker Farms, Millennial Farmer, Tractor Time with Tim. I will watch how they provide their content because of the fact that it's real. They record. The thing that I've found out is they record as they go. Now, to an extent, we kind of already do that in Farm Sim. You kind of can't, like when we do our multiplayer stuff, that's recording as we go. You can there's no script for that. But like landscape and homeowners, farm series, I have to go set the trailer somewhere to go pick it up. But things that the things I would like to record is like I ran off the road by accident going to that place. It's like that's the stuff you want to catch because Welkers don't put out stuff where it's like, okay, today we're going here today. We're going to go do this. It's like, no, they're saying, today we had partnership come out here. Brandt came out here. They decided to sponsor us with this 15,000 bushel grain vac, and they're showing this thing off. They're using this brand new Case Patriot that Torgeson's brought them out. It has a story and a meaning to it. That's what I want to try and put into every one of my videos. When you go and watch that, you feel like you're there, especially the farm series. I'm actually being able to go down to harvest this fall, so I'm going to catch real footage of all this crud. Like, I'm going to be at the house. I'm going to see if I can't. My uncle takes Gator around, and I'm going to be showing people, here's the grain system. Here's the grain bins. There's the hog barn. It's like I want to bring as much realism into the game as possible without overdoing it. I just wanted to have that sense of you're there with me recording. It's not like, okay, you're just sitting here. It's like you have an idea of what the heck you're doing. Just why am I watching this? I don't want it to be pointless. Anyway, did you find a way to word what you wanted to say?
Yeah, so first I'll kind of answer your question there. And my structure of a video, it's so I have 3 tasks. I prefer to have 3 tasks that I want to do in a video, right?
Yes.
I don't like filler videos as well. Admittedly, I have filler videos. 100% I have filler videos.
I consider my 2020 gaming setup, that's a filler video. I can care less. It took me 5 minutes to record. Not going to lie.
Now, when I say I'm interjecting more comedy into stuff, it's not necessarily that I'm trying to put more comedy into it. It's that previously, I would put on an act for the camera. I would act a certain way during recording because that's how I was when I recorded, right? I don't know how else to explain it. It's like Grant. Grant puts on a voice when he records. For those of you who don't know. and instead of doing that, I'm trying to just be more true to me and my sense of humor. And there are moments in
okay. Oh, say again.
There are moments in videos where I will I'll drop the persona and I'll just be me and I'll make a statement or something. You know, I'll make a little comment or something that I wouldn't have made otherwise while I was in that persona. Also, I'm going to take this opportunity to do a little quick caveat and a little advertisement for myself. Speaking of more comedy-driven stuff, I'm going to get my camera working for this. It froze again. Hold on. Dude, technical issues. We're professionals, right? So, speaking of all this...
I mean, I got this headset on. We're professionals.
Totally. I should say, I want to do more skit-based, more comedy-driven, funny videos in VR, in other games, in farming sim, or maybe not farming sim, but in other games and in VR and things like that. Things that are more personality tailored. Not content, but personality tailored. And those are going to be going on a whole other channel. That'll all be announced give it about 2 weeks. You should probably see some of that stuff getting announced. But anyways, go ahead.
Fun fact, speaking of VR, there is a wall right over there that I was playing with my buddy. I was playing brought over his PlayStation and we were playing Super Hot. Have you played that one yet?
I've not
That's
played
a good
Super
game.
Hot. Yeah,
you need to get Super Hot. It's amazing.
I've only done VR chat pretty much.
We were playing wherever it was, and this is like 11:30 at night, and where it was, obviously we had both of us in the room at the same time, so that way, this room's honestly decent size, but it's still small to a VR standard. So we were playing that, and it was something where it's literally all just punching, boxing, killing. You have to go grab a gun, blah blah blah. You get the idea. It's kind of like Call of Duty, but in VR,
right?
And everyone's glass. But there's one mission where you have to go left, right, and then you have to go over your shoulder and get a guy way on your right. Mm-hmm. So that's the objective, because there's two guys coming up the stairs, so bang, bang, swing over to the left. Well, when I did this one, I didn't realize how close to the wall I was because I had to duck this way, and I literally swung this. Again, I have no idea where the heck my hand is. I drilled almost the corner of the wall. I like screamed for about 4 minutes because it freaking hurt. I thought I broke my knuckles. But
yeah, luckily with the Oculus Rift S, it sets up a boundary, and it'll literally it'll alert you and be like, stop, you're gonna punch a thing.
Yeah, it was a PS4 VR, so significant but not advanced. I don't know at that point, unless it literally has some sort of force field that blocks your hands like a magnetic. Unless it has that, yeah, my fist is still going to go on that wall. But let's see here, what else do we got? Oh yeah, by the way, speaking of short advertisements, go sponsor the TheFormalPickle. Today is a pickle sponsored stream podcast.
You know what? I'm just going to throw it out there, and I'm kind of salty, everybody. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little salty. I've dropped Pickle Mo Grass merch, and guess what? Ain't nobody picked it up yet. Ain't nobody picked up that Pickle Mo Grass merch sitting over on represent.com.
Because it was my idea when it came to the sticker.
Ain't nobody picked up the shirt yet. I got a graphic design artist to even make the thing for y'all. So go to represent.com/store/TheFormalPickle and get yourself some pickle merch. Pickle Mo Grass. It's pretty cool. It's a cool design. I'm going to pick it up myself. I haven't even ordered it, so.
I gotta get my version of the sticker. I found it was like $12 to get it printed. It was like a 5x5. It was amazing. But let's see here. What else do we still got? Something around. Actually, let's kind of go into the idea of, because we've kind of gone over what do we have, like why have we kind of, in other words, the idea of what we have behind a video. I'm more of a storyline. I like stories because that's kind of what we had to start off with. The only, like I said, bring back whatever else we had. I'm trying to think, what could we all technically do to piece back together the group in a way where it might not be full force, but at least we could bring something back that would be representable against of what we kind of started. It might have to be a different genre, like you said. Like we might have to pick some sort of market that's different. Now, like easier said than done because like the road construction. Right. It's some of those videos, some of those things. It's kind of it's literally just a one person show. There's only one person that can really run it because it's not like road construction where you got 15 guys knowing what they're doing on the asphalt machine when we got to okay, you need to follow me because I know what I'm doing. I know what you need to do. There's got to be something that we can do again that it brings us all together in the point of like you bring out the real you, I bring out the real me. Everyone brings out the real themselves. It's got to have something where we're not half arsing it, pretty much.
I agree, and I have some ideas. One of them,
Mario Kart.
Yeah, I've had that idea for a hot minute. I want to do that. I have that track made. I want to do. I was thinking the other day, but I was looking for some mods to see if it was like possible because I know like it's already in Farming Sim during Halloween, but I don't know how to do it. But like a zombie survival series would be a little interesting. Like maybe even just a mini series, but that'd be kind of cool. Mm-hmm. Zombie survival.
I think what we need to do is we need to try the market again and see who edited the Haunted Forest one for you. Was that Gilbert? That was Gilbert?
Yeah.
We need to do
another
InsightStudios.org,
for those of you who are wondering.
I had to say, we need to try to do one of those again.
I
thought that was because honestly, I can't tell you until the point where I turned to be the scarer. I can't tell you. Like, do you remember in the call? I was like,
you were scared.
Shaking. I was scared, and I was the guy that was going to be scaring you.
And you did scare me. That scream was real, everyone. If you haven't seen it, that scream was real.
Tag up in the top right.
I screamed like you tag up in the top right. I screamed like a girl, dude. I really did. But you know what? You know what? Screw gender stereotypes. It's okay. I can scream like a girl if I want to, Buck. Don't make fun of me.
Literally, I can't. Even when I was still in like the truck trying to start that sucker, I don't even care if I was just like, I'm trying not to freak out. And this is a farming game, and I'm getting horrified. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's something I've thought of. I hate horror games.
I hate them too.
Horror. I have thought about just doing some like even Five Nights at Freddy's. I've thought about just trying that and making a series out of that, and just. Okay, hear me out on this. What if there was some sort of idea where we kind of did like maybe a live stream together, where we either you and I just make some sort of video where we can't do multiplayer, obviously, but something where we both record at the same time. We're like trying to just talk to each other throughout the entire recording, and then we literally just get the living crud scared out of us. Because I'm not even joking you. The last time I did one of those, I literally flipped my keyboard across the room and my chair went back.
I have two things.
Scared the living hell out of me.
Two things. One, I planned on doing a horror VR game on the other channel when I post that.
Oh, nope.
Exactly, dude. Exactly.
Not happening.
Two, and I'm a baby, dude. Okay, but anyways, second, hear me out. What if there was a way we could set up a map, a save game, to be a horror jump scare thing in farming sim? Something fun to think about.
I'm picking up what you're laying down, and I'm liking it.
There's a lot of cool things we can do. A lot of things we just got to talk about.
If only we couldn't get if only we could not get caught by copyright, then we could use some really creepy songs.
Yeah.
And it's got to be. That's the other thing. Is it's like because you have like the mixer. It'd be better if it was someone who has like that capability to save things to where we can hear them at the same time. So say we were doing something like the haunted camping, except we're in some sort of maze. Like we set it up with a bunch of like cubicle things and we're supposed to walk through this like really dark room and almost like the glass maze. Oh my God. Set up a glass maze. That would be fun.
Also, I just want to do this real quick.
Oh my God.
I soundbited you saying, oh my God.
Oh my God. This is saddening news.
What?
I think I just had an idea.
Did you?
Maybe.
Okay.
So okay, there's got to be some sort. I honestly think that would be some really fun content. Is to do something horror. Watching people getting the living hell scared out of them. It sucks when you're the person getting the crud scared out of you.
Yeah.
But it's so funny to other people.
It's hilarious.
It's saddening. It's like I was watching Family Guy, and there's a part where Brian's standing there at the flipping pet store. He's leaning against what looks kind of like a gerbil thing, like one of those gerbil cages. He's just leaning up against her, talking to some lady about some book that he faked like he wrote. All of a sudden, this spider comes up, because it's like a tarantula cage, and it just comes up and leans on the thing. And I even almost threw the damn phone.
Let me tell you how much of a baby I am. My roommate likes to scare me. Any opportunity he has, when I'm walking out of a door, when I'm walking around a corner. And here's the other thing. I can see him. There have been times, a lot of times, I have seen him go around the corner, or I hear him around the corner, or I see his shadow. I know he's there. I'll go around the corner, or out the door, and he'll go. Sometimes he didn't have to do anything. He just goes, huh. Just the slightest like, huh. He'll do that. Even something as slight as that. And it will scare me. I've been scared by my own reflection. I walked past a mirror and I saw a reflection and it scared me.
I love that. I genuinely now want to re-download at least Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator and just make a video on that, because I can guarantee you, and just turn on the face cam, because I might have to censor some stuff.
I think it's an idea. I think it's something we need to look into. But
horror.
I also think we are out of time for this podcast. I know, it's sad. We haven't talked in so long. Time. It's been a good conversation, but I have to go to bed. My roommate also has to go to bed, and it is currently.
He has to scream the F-bomb while playing iRacing.
No, it's 10:12, and he's in his room. I know he's wanting to go to bed here soon. I'm wanting to go to bed. So that's it for this podcast. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys do not already follow the TheRentalMan Buch, then check him out. All in the description down below. The TheRentalMan Buch over on YouTube. Check him out. Show him some love. And let's push that. Let's push that man to 20K? 20K subs. Let's do it. All right, y'all. Thank you for watching.
Walk like an Egyptian.
And remember to always walk like an Egyptian. Peace.